your host, Active. You are now tuned in to Active Sports TV. And this one right here, you already know, man, is an LAC News edition episode, man. Post-game reaction to this back and forth game that we just witnessed, man, between the Golden State Warriors, the area, up north Cali bound boys, man. Led by, the 3-point king and Steph Curry, holding down that number one spot. And as you know, as of yesterday, we now have second up, to that crown, James Harden, man, breaking the record of, one of our all-time greats, man, and Ray Allen, man, and also before Ray, Reggie, man, and being along that company, and then both of these guys, just ironically, play each other, and, the game right after, James Harden breaking the record is just crazy, man. But jumping into it, man, ain't gonna waste no time. You know how Active do, man. I got plenty of updates, give you some visual content, man, some breakdowns, my opinion, all that good stuff, that good old Clipper gumbo. I'm gonna go ahead and throw at y'all, man, and we're gonna go ahead and give a full recap of what took place, man, in tonight's game. Also, man, shine some light on, what could be, expected in the future, what Ty Lue may be doing, with a little shaking it up when it comes to the roster. We already know he's already made a permanent change by keeping T-Man to the coming off the bench and moving Chris Dunn into the starting lineup. So, we'll get into all that. We'll unpack all that. Bear with me. But first thing first, let's go ahead and get the results. As you know, we played Golden State in Inglewood, where the Clippers is up to no good. In the Terror Dome, the Intuit Dome. You come up in there, you're going to meet the wall, and you're going to see nothing but red, white, and blue with Clipper flags everywhere. And, Golden State is normally having the reputation of having the biggest crowds. The Bay Area does it like no other. You got Sacktown, but the original team, Golden State, when they was in Oakland, come on, bro. The Oracle Arena, oh my God. Talking about loud, they set the tone, you know what I mean? So shout out to the Golden State boys, the up north boys up there, man. You dudes hold it down, man. Y'all represent Cali to the fullest. Got all them rings to show for it. We chasing that, bro. We need some of that. Let us get some of that gold. But until then, it ain't no friends. And we gonna go ahead and put it on the hardwood. And look, them Clippers been waiting to show Draymond Green the hush his mouth. We ain't forgot ESPYs. Draymond, throwing shots, you know what I mean? Talking about, all of the franchises in LA, but then tried to clown the Clippers saying that we just not worthy. Like, listen, every time we see y'all, we're going to make sure. Now, we know they bitter because we were one of the last teams in the Western Conference to actually put out the Golden State Warriors before they went ahead and became that dynasty. A lot of people forget that, but the Lob City Clippers, yes, was the team that was supposed to actually step into, that dynasty and do things the way that Golden State's went off and skyrocketed and took the torch and did. No hate, not at all. You know what I mean. Congratulations to them, but gotta spit the facts. You know what I mean. We gonna give the fans, a little bit of everything, some history, some reason why it's the rivalry. Like, the Clippers got a lot of beef, bro. Like, I mean, if you're a Clipper fan and you're a real Clipper fan, then we got every team in the Western Conference you should have a problem with. We don't have rings for a reason. And partially, these teams are mainly responsible. Now, we got some get back. We got some little, shine. We can kind of pop our collar a little bit when it comes to Golden State, despite, not accomplishing all that Golden State have accomplished. But don't get it twisted, man. These dudes come from a different pedigree. They got that competitive edge, and every time they step foot on a Clipper floor, they want to remind us that they ain't forgot like an elephant that they gonna try to smash us as well. So going into this season, we met them up in Oakland. I mean, in San Francisco, made me add, correct myself at the Chase Center, and we end up dominating the paint. Big Zoo stepped up, put up 17 rebounds in that victory. We also had, Norm going off, torching them, as well as James Harden and them guys. So we was able to hold them off. And after that loss, Golden State happened to, turn the switch. And, up until this point, they have been the top team in the Western Conference, battling out with OKC and Phoenix and them guys as they jock for position. But showing that that win that we had got over Golden State early in the season was far from a fluke. We doing this without Kawhi Leonard, may I add, and our defense is by far, to me, the best defense in the league. Swarm defense. You can't take anything for granted. Putting the ball down around any one of our players. Hands are active. We're passing lanes are being chastised. It's really a great thing to see. Just a complete shift from last season where it seemed like at times we were so lackadaisical where we didn't take defense as a priority whatsoever. I mean, we got to really, really, give a standing ovation, applause to Mr. Jeff Van Gundy, because he has came in, instilled this culture and created an identity to where, despite us being handicapped and not having, our superstar, player in Kawhi Leonard, and also, dealing with other adversities, our defense have carried us over the hill. So, in this game tonight, it was on full display. We made sure that Golden State had to work hard for everything, especially with their primary ball handler, running off of screens, getting in front of screens, contesting every shot, making Steph Curry rush his three-point shot, making him, come off pin downs and, contesting every screen, getting over every screen to make sure you contest the shot. It was just fantastic to see. I mean, that's the only way you will be able to have a chance against this electrifying offense that, Golden State seems to produce year in and year out. I mean, they lose Klay Thompson and they don't skip a beat. I mean, Steph Curry is that dude. He is that dude. He is that dude. Draymond is that quarterback. So to be able to pretty much master this and to find basically the formula to get Golden State rattled and pretty much show that we can dominate them this season. They have no paint, no big man presence, and Zubac time after time exposed that, and I love to see it as a Clipper fan. So Clip City! Shout out to them boys, man. We win 102 over Golden State, 99 in the Intuit Dome, the Terra Dome. Like I said, in Inglewood where we stay, Clip City up to no good. And let's go ahead and move over to some of this visual content. I know it was a lot of my subscribers probably at work, working at, that night shift, and you didn't get a chance. But don't worry, you already know why you subscribe. We're going to go ahead and run some highlights, man, and give some reactions to exactly what took place. Now, this is going to be my second go-around because I watch the game live. I watch every game. I make sure I get to every game live, whether Clipper Vision on my phone or at the house. That's what you should be doing when you represent this. You support however you can support. You did get there, support. But to the ones that can't, you got guys like myself, Clipper content creators, Active Sports TV, LAC News. We're going to run these highlights to you. And as well, man, we're going to give a little bit of stats, man. Like I said, before we leave, what I believe and anticipate should change in the roster and what I believe should happen. If our wishes is granted and Kawhi suddenly comes back in the next week, 2 weeks, I said week. We know that ain't possible. that was a misspoke. But the next 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to see, what can shape up going into, right before Christmas and going and leading towards the new year. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Clip City. We in this thing, man. Golden State, man. They one of the top teams in the Western Conference. So, you got to take this game serious, man. You got to be proud of it because, we're playing the best and we having one of our best performances against, all-time great. And, they've been on a hell of a winning streak, man. Their defense is up to par with ours. So, it was phenomenal. Let's get to it. You dig? As usual, after going to run these highlights and,
with number 30, communication is key. You on that short roll that was so successful last time these two teams met. This time he scores.
Go back to this play you talked about it. This is a side pick and roll, but Zoo right here because Waters is aware that he has to get back to a shooter and that Zoo can now make that pass.
Wiggins with the ball coming out of the timeout. Strip.
Yeah. Hands. Live hands like I was telling you.
A season high in the first quarter. What did it happen? Harden and Curry.
Now, before going into the next play, we're not going to just skip over that like that didn't happen. That has to stop. The turnovers, the unforced turnovers, whether it's James Harden or KPJ, do you know how great this team could be if we just stop doing that, bro? If we just fix that one error, I mean, we know turnovers are a part of the game, but do we have to make them unforced? Like, do we have to give them away? It was like you're pretty much handing them the ball. You don't have to dribble in between double teams. You don't have to force a foul. Everything is not a foul. Like, listen, stop flopping. Let's get into more of a fast pace. Swinging the ball, get into our actions, and neutralize. That's what we need to do. Clip City, we're going to talk about it.
1 and 2 and 3-pointers made in NBA history.
He ready.
Jones Jr. Gets with that one.
We talked about this.
Derrick Jones like his corners, man.
It to Jones Jr.
Let's work.
That in the past, this was a...
Harden crashing into Anderson. Just hands it off to Papa, who just says...
But that was another example. Like, it worked in our benefit, but Harden, you dribbling within two defenders, bro. Like, you gotta hope that your man is there and aware that you're gonna make that pass.
I'll just throw it down gently.
The scoring column.
Way to be ready, Mo Bamba.
Welcome to the Clippers moment, and James Harden, because he's with this lineup too, somebody's going to have to be the communicator for some reason, so to speak.
Good hand. Way to help. Mo Bamba, way to help.
Shout out Ray Allen. You're terrific. Porter Jr. gets one to fall. It is 31-26. Zoo out rival to the loose ball. Moody the other way. Pairs it away. Here comes Terrence Mann.
All the way.
Giving chase. Terrence to the
Yeah!
Time now for a drive to the hoop, brought to you by Hyundai.
Well, it's the pass behind Zoo with the awareness to get it up to T-Man, and T-Man feels a little bit of resistance.
This is what I want to see more from T-Man. Like, stop being so indecisive, bro. You are who you are, like, and be confident in that. Like, the long ball comes based upon his rhythm in the game. Like, it'll come. Trying to be a stationary three-point shooter is not his game. Like, let Terrence Mann run, man. Let him push the ball at times. Run the fast breaks. Make the decisions on the fast break. Especially with the younger legs like the Chris Dunns and, you know, the guys that's going to get out there and run. Even Norman Powell at times. And, you know, it works to our benefit. James Harden, KPJ, it's not going to work due to their slow pace and, you know, them pretty much having the ball primarily all the time. So, you know, let's get to it.
Distance, but
Wiggins in the open floor.
Oh,
Blocked away
let's
by
get it.
Harden.
Hands was everywhere. Cookies!
Harden's out of it.
Nice
Down
take.
the hatch. James Harden with 10.
If you gon' go, go. If you gonna go through the defense, go
First
through the
game,
defense and drive
21
all the way
turnovers.
to
We
the
had
hole.
20 points
Good
off those
take,
turnovers.
Harden.
Okay? Just perspective.
Yeah, go.
The Warriors
There
had
you go.
12 turnovers.
It was weak. Weak double team. You go through that, you split that.
Jonathan Kuminga, who made a great impact in that first half for the Warriors, doing just that right there.
Yo, Bamba.
And we
Yo,
saved
Bamba.
the best for last.
Everything.
The fourth quarter.
Nice pass.
Dumps it into Porter Jr. Clippers
You
out
ready?
in front by
All the way, T. Oh
Beautiful
my
paintings on
God.
the wall. Art speaks for itself. And that's what that was right there. That just
Oh! Ooh! I must have went to go get a drink or something. I didn't see that the first time. Why you do that, team, man? I just said it. Drive. Dunk on these dudes' heads, man. Stop fucking waiting to shoot the three-point shot. If you don't see it go, get to the mid-range, bro, or drive and go dunk on somebody's head, man. Put them in a rim, team, man. Let's go. Clip, city. Ooh. Yeah, you know, that used to, back then, that would have made top 10. Look.
posterized, and that came off a nice pass. Excellent.
Here in the fourth.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Podziemski working without the ball.
Oh, KPJ with the glove.
Kevin Porter Jr. right here able to time this up perfectly.
Nasty.
This is a really good passing team, and they're going to beat you on that
Oh,
slip.
team in. Oh, nice pass. Coffee, be ready.
For a moment.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Porter Jr.
Ooh. Oh.
Take a look at the end of the
He
play.
hit his head, bro.
Nothing malicious here. He gets hit in the air.
Oh.
Right there, oh, man.
Now, ooh, KPJ, bro. I hope everything is all right, man. You know, prayers up to KPJ, man. Hope this is not bad because I did not see this. Like I said, I'm gonna step away, got a drink, or you know, we ain't got something to eat at that time. But wow, bro, you know, hell of a drive, and then you know, you never want to see that. You know, especially when it's a Clipper player, you know, one of ours. Like, oh no, you know, hopefully everything's all good, bro.
Man. Yeah. Oh, and he couldn't brace himself enough to allow his back to absorb.
To Wiggins, maybe undercut by Mann.
Yeah.
And here come the Clippers. Harden to Coffee.
Let's go.
He flushes it in. The Folger Soldier takes flight. It's a 9-point game.
You don't need to take that chance right there. Clock is your friend.
Boy strong.
Just as
Boy strong. Room master. Be ready. You already know. That's storming normal. Is it raining? Is it raining, Storm?
very similar play. It's the last time Norman Powell got this in his
Storm and Norman gonna be ready.
Waters that gets caught watching James
let him
Harden. This is how
start
James
raining.
operates from the middle of the court.
Once he
You
start
got
raining,
three players
you know
that
it's
are
gonna come with a storm.
watching.
You already know.
Curry.
Get out of here with that shit. Don't you ever do it again. Don't you ever do it again. Don't you ever do it again. That's what that was about. Don't he ever do it again. Now, moving on, man, you know, that was a hell of a game, as you seen there. Highlights, man. Our boys was everywhere. As you see in those highlights, defense won this game. Let me correct myself. I don't want to fumble over my words. Terrence, man, stepped up big time all the way around. Contributed, hit it big shots when we needed him, especially when Golden State was making a run. But more importantly, what made T-Man so dynamic and the Clipper favorite in the first damn place is that he's going to contribute on both ends. He created tonight, putting up a few assists, as well as grab key rebounds, as you see, blocking out, selling off, you know, lob possibilities, snatching things off the rim, helping Big Zoo, you know, not have to be the full, you know, sole player in there grabbing all the rebounds. You know, Big Zoo had a heavy task on him today. You know, he put up another 17 boards. So, you know, for T-Man and, you know, all the rest of the Clipper players who we're going to break down and, you know, give their shine to, who contributed, man, that's what's going to get us to win these close, gridiron type, battle it out games, you know what I mean, where, you know, every possession matters. So, you know, one key thing, which noted in the highlights where I was speaking towards the issues that I dislike, because as much praise as we give, as much, you know, we can, you know, gloat over, you know, this play, that play, and have the victory. We do have some things that need to be shored up on, and that is very ugly with the squad. Beforehand, it was our free throws, which tonight we did a hell of a lot better. We should shoot free throws like this every night. It gives us an edge. It allows us to compete. Leaving those points off the board allows the game, when it gets tight, to move closer into the other team's favor outside of us, with us, you know, not being that, you know, dynamic on offense, and, you know, having to basically use our defense as offense. So, you know, with free throws, us able to take advantage of those possessions and get to the line, we got to do just that. Capitalize on them, make them, be very consistent as a team from there. And tonight was a very improvement, but the ugly. And, you know, it's three. You know, free throws, rebounds, turnovers. Free throws, rebounds, turnovers. Say it with me, Clip City. Free throws, rebounds, turnovers. This team has to correct those errors. Be better in each of those categories. There's no excuses, and Clipper Nation we shouldn't take any exceptions to any of these things. This is something that has been happening with, you know, underneath Ty Lue coaching staff, with year after year the nonchalant, being nonchalant to grabbing the extra boards and doing some of the dirty work, and, you know, not being disciplined with the ball, having high turnover rates. This cannot be the year we continue to do that. Being short-handed, let me get my words right, with Kawhi Leonard not able to, produce and lighten the load, to correct or to make up the difference of those errors, we got to make sure we shore them things up. And tonight, like I said, we made a good effort at showing that we're gonna, take a better advantage at the free throw line. And for the last few games, I can add, even in our losses, before our 2-game winning streak, we have did a lot better on the boards. Some games have led to us blowing out, losing games. Houston dominated us on the boards. That was one of the most ugliest and most disgusting performances from a overall Clipper team when it comes to collectively rebounding. It was just crazy for a whole bunch of kids on a Houston Rockets team to out rebound us, getting 45 boards to our 27 was completely disgusting. Offensive rebounds. So hopefully they got the message from that game. We've been seeing an improvement since that game. And tonight, we'll get into the stats, and I'll be able to, give you the full breakdown of how they've been improving when it comes to these categories. So, without further ado, I want to give you one more, you dig, before I go ahead and switch over to these stats. Let's go ahead and check out my boy Hoop Jabs. Make sure y'all go over there, man, and subscribe, hell of a content, when it comes to Clipper content, one of the best. I'm a big fan over there, man. I comment, subscribe all the time, man. So if you're a Clipper head like myself, you want to be subscribed over there with Hoop Jabs as well, man. They give you exclusive interviews, man. Really behind the scenes stuff, man. That a lot of Clipper content creators are not privileged to. So if you want more access and you want a little bit more access and coverage of the team, definitely subscribe to Hoop Jazz, man. We're not a hater here, man. Make sure all content creators get they just due. And your boy Active about to go ahead and spring this thing on y'all, man. Ty Lue, how you feel about the victory, man?
20 turnovers again. Yeah.
It don't make no sense. And this is what I like. Look, this is what I like. It's a little pausing and whatnot. And this is not an alcohol beverage, water, H2O. You gotta stay hydrated, guys. But yeah. So our coach addressed the issue right off the bat in the victory. Be uncomfortable. Because we could have won by a larger margin. And you don't want to see bad habits continue. That's frustrating. So I like how Ty Lue is addressing it in the media. Shout out to the journalist and who asked that, the reporter who asked that question. Because, even though we win, don't mean that things is all good and things don't need to be addressed.
What was it? I mean, the first time was worked pretty well for you guys, and obviously Steph had one in that third, and they really got back into it. Well, where was that second half difference for you? In the fourth quarter, where was that difference for you that you guys were able to get ahead? Hopefully.
Subscribe and like, man.
At the end of the third quarter, they're the number one team in the West for a reason. So at the end of the third quarter, we're still up 3. At home, with the ball, and so they're gonna make a run. They're a good team. We got to keep our composure, and we got to play basketball the right way. Get to our next actions. Don't make it a dribble fest. And I give James credit. He was sick. You know, he was really sick today, but he still stuck in there and played, and having 16 assists, you know, was huge.
Got to pause on that. Hell of a performance by James Harden, man. Shout out to James Harden, man. Came and put us on his back, man. He was sick tonight. Really went out there and contribute, bro. And we couldn't win this game without him. You know, I didn't know he was sick. He was blowing past guys getting to the basket tonight, man. He was showing me a lot more effort and just overall, you know, a drive that he hasn't been given that output in the last recent games, even in the last win and the recent losses before then. So, you know, man, that was news. Continue, Tyler. Apologies.
Huge for us.
Subscribe and like, y'all. Active TV,
you know,
man.
this is a good
Subscribe.
matchup for
Subscribe.
us. You know, we up 9. You know, with the ball, we throw a long pass and then turn it over. They come down, score, cut to 7, and now you got a ball game. You know, so just learning from those things and learning from those mistakes, it's only gonna make us better. You know, so. But I'm proud of the team. Like I said, they made a big run like they always do, and was able to keep our composure and come away with the win.
Two of them, they're a lot through offense this year, competing against you guys. Both you guys on the same night of back-to-back both times. Does that mean anything? Does it show anything to you guys at all?
I mean, you know, we can play with the good teams, you know, every night. You know, it's just that, you know, we gotta just figure out how we want to close and, you know, closing games, you know, is the biggest thing. But, you know, I never felt like our effort, our intensity.
And that's a big problem. That's the super duper ugly. Clipper fans, subscribe, man. Subscribe, like. You know, your boy Active putting in this work, man. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. But that's the super ugly right there. That's the super ugly. We have to figure out how to close these games and figure out how not to beat ourselves. Part of the reason why we have, majority of the reason why we have problems closing is because we have problems holding on to the ball, man. We have problems holding on to the ball and making the right decisions and not, you know, causing self-inflicting turnovers and errors such as stepping out of the bounds, not being aware or court awareness, fumbling passes. These things have to get better in the fourth quarter. We all know the pressure. It get hot, you know, in the kitchen, man. You know, in these close back and forth games, especially when the talent on the other end is more superior when it comes to our team. But we know that we can hang our hat on defense, and that's what's going to make sure that we stay in the games. What's going to make sure that we lose the game is our turnovers and unwillingness to take the open shot. See, this is the reason why Terrence Mann in recent games has been pulled from the lineup to close amongst the closing lineup, because Terrence Mann have shown throughout the game, even in this game where he did have a nice performance, that he's unwilling to shoot when it's clearly open, which causes the team to have to reset, which causes the defense to then reset, and it's harder for us to score and against a set defense with lack thereof offense creators. So if outside James Harden, who is limited himself, being 35 and playing hell of a minutes, we cannot put ourselves in these positions. Every time, every team on the other end knows this, and this is how they catch up, and this is how they're able to beat us. So, Tyloo, elaborate.
playing hard defensively. And they're a tough team. You running around, splits, cuts. Draymond's a 6'7" point guard who's, been in this offense for, 12, 13 years. And so they know how to play the game. And so, to hold this team to 99 points defensively is, that says a lot about, what we're doing. We're scrapping, we're competing. And, just got to win games. It's ugly, it doesn't matter. How we got to win, we just got to win games until we get number 2 back.
Yeah, maybe zooming out on the ugliness. If we were to...
It wasn't that ugly, I'm just saying. How we got to win, we got to win. So it doesn't matter. Yeah.
They stealing my words?
Isolating evidence, the 96
Shout out to
yesterday and today.
It's super duper ugly though.
In Houston, where are you most pleased with the improvement?
You gotta be better.
I thought we did a good job defensively. And then
subscribe and like, man. Subscribe and like.
Because the rebounds for a team that crashes every single time. I thought we did a pretty good job. They might have got 3 of them at the end of the game. So, so just pretty, just really proud of our group. Like I said, on the back-to-back, and coming with this kind of effort tonight. Just, very pleased with that.
Todd, just getting back to the defense, which is obviously become what you're known for around the league right now in this early going, especially against the Warriors. Like, you're doing it without Kawhi, Defensive Player of the Year. Like, is there a leader out there? Are you guys all on the string? There's obviously a buy-in, but where's that coming from?
Just collectively, just collectively buying into the schemes, buying into the foundation defensively, and understand we just got to play hard and compete. The biggest thing for me is we got to do a better job talking and communicating, but the lack of effort, that's not there. So just playing hard, competing every single night, and now just continue to keep getting better and better, with our communication, with our talking. And we can just clean up the transition defense and getting back, not allowing teams to get out in transition, which some of it is our turnovers as well. But if we can get back in transition, make teams play against our half-court defense, I like our chances.
Just a quick follow-up on James, too. Was he sick yesterday as well, or was this a today thing?
Yesterday, too.
So was there any thought he might sit out on the second night of back-to-back?
So on that note, we're going to go ahead and switch this thing over. Let your boy get it going. But yeah, I like the fact that James Harden, man, stepped up for us, bro, and did his thing, man. He's been sick, broke the record sick. Well, not the overall record, but becoming second on the list, and all-time 3-point shots made, and helped us get to this victory. But without further ado, Active has to give you the stats before getting out of here and concluding this episode, man. So you've been rocking with me, man. I appreciate you, man. If you're a subscriber, man, coming back, doubling back, hey, you know who it is, you know what I mean? This is the Active Maniacs. I appreciate you guys for, just sticking it out with me. It is no show without you. It is no Active Sports TV, LAC News without you guys. So I appreciate you, man, for coming back, commenting, interacting, sharing the content. Appreciate it. New subscribers, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. Hit the thumbs up button for me. And let's get into some of these stats. Why don't we? Clipperholics. Now, Norman Powell. Storm and Norman has been on the tear, averaging 23 points this season, man. He is our, offensive plug, man. He is our, go get a basket, man. Give it to Norm, and, whether he, whatever he has to do, drive, split the defense, hit the outside shot. What can't Norm do on offense, man? This man is just amazing to watch. Advocating for him to be in the All-Star game. He's had, these last few games, his output has dropped, but nonetheless, he's competing with some of the best shooting guards in the league today. And I don't want him to not get his recognition, man. Storm and Norman keep balling out, man. Putting up 23 points, only 1 rebound, no assist in 26 minutes. Hell of a game for Storm and Norman. Moving on to DDJ. that man Derrick Jones Jr. man, I said DDJ, DJJ, Derrick Jones Jr. man, 7 points, 3 rebounds, no assists, and 23 minutes. Played his role to the fullest, causing havoc on both ends, being that point of attack guy at times, snatching, rebounds, crucial rebounds, and causing deflections and turnovers, man. Definitely making sure that James Harden get, all of the opportunities to have multiple, chances at, keeping us afloat, scoring the ball, finding them in the right spot. So, keep balling out, Derrick Jones Jr., man, and, he's a part of the reason why we was able to win this game. Big Zoo, 36 minutes, man. 17 rebounds, as I told you earlier in the video. They ain't got no answer for Big Zoo. Kill him every time, Zoo. Kill him every time. The hungry hippo they ass. Eat everything that comes off the rim. Everything come off the rim, Zoo. You grab it, you snap it. They can't have none of it. Give it only to us, man, and let's go ahead and score on the other end. So, with 17 rebounds, man, 8 points, 4 assists. Don't sleep on Zoo. He's actually creating a little bit better this season, man. Putting up, I think, what's his average in assists? He got to be averaging at least 2 assists going into the season, man. So, he is, a good passer, and, he's going to just become more of a willing passer. So, Big Z doing his thing, man. Moving on to James Harden, man, the leader, Fear the Beard. You already know the chef, the cook master. The cook master. Yeah. Man, he wasn't, himself. He was under the weather. But that don't slow James down, man. James gonna be James, man. And put up a hell of a performance at that. Only putting up an output of 12 points, but got us a double-double today out of James. 12 with 16 assists. Let me say that again. 12 with 16 assists. You got Big Zoo putting up, 17 rebounds, and you got James Harden putting up 16 assists. This is what, is going to take with Kawhi's absence for us to win and capitalize on it. That means other players along this roster had to have what? Stepping up and did something more than what they're normally accustomed to. So shout out to the whole team. Collective win, man, against one of the best in the Western Conference. So, not to be taken lightly. Clip City, we here. Respect this. Put some respect on our name. When you come to the Terra Dome, Intuit Dome, you best respect it. The wall will make you. You already know. Now, Chris Dunn, 19 minutes. Hell of a season, bro. I was so happy when we got him. Check out my early episodes. I've been new to the YouTube scene, but don't take it lightly. Your boy already got up about 100 videos already up there, man. Of I got over half or majority all Clipper content. So go and check that out, man. Me breaking down the off season. If you into a lot of our young players getting shine, and what we did, our trade acquisitions throughout the off season this year, go check all that out. Go check that out, man. Active got you, man. Subscribe, like, man. Go check all that out. Chris Dunn, man. So excited when he became a Clipper, man. Knowing what he did in Utah, he's brought that and expanded his game since being with us. Balling out, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. But the stats, don't really sum it up for what Chris Dunn has done. I mean, on the defensive end, the way he really kept Steph Curry in check, man, is not to be taken lightly. I make sure my monitor and all that is good. It's not to be taken lightly. You did. So he made sure Curry had, felt some pressure out there, and then, that's all that was needed, man. And we was able to win due to his contribution on that end. Now we got Amir Coffey playing 29 minutes, man, being the offensive plug today. The Brewmaster, man, has a few excellent performances such as this, but he knew what was going to be needed today, putting up 15 points, man, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, was a go-to when everything was falling through. He stepped up, hit key shots, man, made things happen, created when there was no, when it seemed like there was no creators out there. So now, moving on to the T-Man. We've been waiting on a performance like this, T. We want more and more. 23 minutes. Not only that, he was out there on the floor in closing minutes. Yeah, he was out there in the fourth closing minutes. Very important. So it's showing that Ty Lue is trusting him. He still relies on what T-Man can bring, especially in those crucial minutes. With him being, not so turnover prone. You see KPJ really didn't get those minutes in those crucial times. Maybe been due to the injury, but 10 points, 6 assists. That showed, he created for others. Outside of James Harden, T-Man had the highest assists on the team, as well as 5 rebounds. So he was doing his thing, man, all around, and you couldn't win without him, man. So almost, putting up a nice little spread up there, man. The 10, 6 and 5 is nice, man. We got Nico playing 20 minutes with 9 points, 3 rebounds, and we also got Kevin Porter Jr. 16 minutes, 8 points, and Mo Bamba 7 minutes, 3 points, 2 rebounds. Let's switch over real quick. Let's get to the team stats, man. As a squad, from the field goal, we were 42%, putting up 82 shots. We shot 2 shots less than Golden State, hitting 35 of them. Shot a 2% less than them, but at the 3-point line, that's where we made up the difference. The Clippers putting up 34 of them things on the hit 16, getting close to 50%. That'll do it. Golden State, unlikely game for them, putting up 44, only this hit 16, being less than 40%. So that really, was edge for us that the Clippers took advantage of. Free throw line, we got to the line 18 times. They got to the line 19 times. They just didn't capitalize. We absolutely did. Hitting 16 out of 18. They only was to hit 9 out of 19. Like I said, it makes a difference between winning and losing. They lost by 3. Just think if they hit 4 more of those free throws, we in big trouble. So, despite winning the 3-point battle and the free throw battle, they still had opportunities to come back. Why? Turnovers. And we'll get down to that right now. 17-19. They had 2 more than us, thank God. That probably led to, us being able to keep our lead. But nonetheless, when you, give that many turnovers, you keep the team that you're playing against involved, even if they're turning the ball over just as much as you, and you had an offense going. So can't be giving these unforced turnovers and these brainiac type turnovers, not court awareness type turnovers and things of that nature to the other team, because it's going to shoot us in the foot. As a team, 29 assists. Our rebounds, we got out rebounded by 1. They have 45 to our 44, but we can live with that as long as we are grabbing just as much and keeping it competitive. We're showing improvement. So on that note, this is your boy Active telling y'all, man, It's late. It's time to wrap this thing up. Had to give y'all a post-game recap reaction, man, with a little flavor, with a little bit of active Clip City edition on top of it, LAC News. Make sure y'all subscribe on way out. Make sure y'all also like, share this content, comment on this on this content. And, also be looking forward to the next one, man. Hit that bell icon. So when I go ahead and drop another one like this one, man, on top of this one, man, you already be the first one, to be notified. So we up out of here. Y'all know the motto. Y'all stay activated at all times out here. Because if you ain't, you unplug. Can't have that. You did. Keep your family first at all times, man. Stay dedicated to your craft. And Clip City. It's the nation. Till next time. We out of here, folks. Peace. Shout out 2 in a row. Into it, Dome. We up out of here, man. We at home, knocking them down. Out of here, folks.